All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Elmarie and I'll be your moderator for today's presentation. Today we will be talking about an interesting topic on how to break down a kit into its components upon receipt. For the information of everyone, we will cater your questions at the end of the presentation. Please be detailed or specific with your questions and enter them in the question box. Any questions that will not be answered today, we can answer them via email or you may call support. Just to let you know, this presentation will be available on our website with our archived webinars. You can visit www.windwardsoftware.com/webinar to review all those past presentations. Our presenter for today is Annabelle, who has been with Windward Software for quite a long time now. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Annabelle.
Thanks, Elmarie. Hello, everyone. As what Elmarie had said, for today's webinar, we'll be talking about break down a kit into its components upon receipt. And then let's start. All right, so the System 5 allows items to be ordered and then disassembled into individual components. So this option was designed to allow purchasing items for the purpose of disassembling them for spare parts. So the disassemble option or the disassembly option is set up in the inventory option 2 section of the setup wizard. So like let's say if you wanted to enable this option to be able to disassemble any kit items, it can be set up from the setup wizard we're in. I will show you later on. So the disassembly option cannot be used for inventory items defined as units. So this should only be uh, a regular inventory item and not include the units. So both serialized and non-serialized items can be disassembled. So like let's say you have a serialized kit, you can then set this or you have the option to disassemble them once you receive, or either you receive the items through the purchase order or from the item inventory. So our topic for today is to break down the kit into components upon receipt. So that will be through the when you receive it through the PO, and it will be possible through the disassembly option. And the this is only available for kits which are like the static kit, the dynamic kit, but the dynamic kit or in non-exploding, so non-exploding dynamic kit, and then the kit information. And I will show you later on once we do the demonstration. So next is items can be disassembled when received, like through a PO, by right-clicking on the item and then selecting disassemble. So one example is this one. From the PO, when you're about to receive the item, once the disassemble has been enabled from the setup wizard, when you right-click on the kit, you have the option to disassemble by clicking on disassemble option. And as what I've said earlier, both serialized and non-serialized items can be disassembled. So now we can proceed with our live demonstration. So let's start with the setup. So before we can disassemble through receiving the stocks from the PO, we'll need to enable the disassembly option, which can be done through the setup tool, setup wizard, and then inventory options too. And you have this one right here, use inventory disassembly option. So we just need to check this option. So once this option has been checked, the next step to create your kits. So I do create some test kits right here. One of which is I created a kit which is for let me just open this one. So this one though, I set up this kit as information only, so price is stored with kit. So like let's say for example we'll be receiving this and you wanted to disassemble the parts, so I'll just show you guys. So let's do that. Okay, so we'll go to inventory and purchases. So since we'll be receiving the stock, let's just go directly to the new receiving report. Let me just type in the supplier, and then let me just type in Q for the okay. So this one right here, this is a serialized item. So let's say we receive one, so we type in the serialized. This is a laptop number for this top, and you have decided to disassemble this part um, for the spare parts. So what we need to do is we just need to right click on it. So right click on this queue, and then we have the option disassemble. So once you click on disassemble, you will be redirected to this page. So you have the serial. You click on disassemble. That will show us all of the parts that are inside that kit. So right here, it showed there are three items which we're in. It showed red under the serial column. That means that it requires serial number. So we need to enter the serial number for these three parts. Let me just like tests. All right. And we will select the we'll check. And as you can see, we have the standard cost, and then we also have the actual cost. So for example, the actual cost is different from your standard cost. Like let's say you enter the let's exit right here. So like let's say the standard cost is 470. So like let's say for example, the actual cost is 500. So let me just click on OK on that one. And you wanted to disassemble this um part or this kit. So we click on disassemble. This is the serial number. We select the serial number, and then we click on disassemble. So as you can see, it has the actual cost is 500. So the cost right here was automatically distributed based on the on how it was based on the standard cost. So and then you can see the values right here. And for this three, we need to enter the serial numbers. So you cannot proceed if you will not enter the serial numbers. You can see the OK button is not, it's still grayed out. So you need to select the items right here. But for the OK button to be enabled, we need to enter the serial number for the three serialized items. All right, so once we have entered the serial numbers for the three serial numbers, so the OK button is now enabled. So we click on OK, and then we exit. And as you can see, the items on the kit has been disassembled, so you can see each item right here on the PO with their corresponding cost. And you have here the main kit. It doesn't have the quantity because it was disassembled, so it still showed right here with a zero receive quantity. So, and then let's just receive that. Okay, all right. So we'll get this message because the new cost, or like the cost that you have entered, is different from the standard cost. So if you wish to update the standard cost for the inventory, you select yes, and if not, you just click a no. So we just click a yes on that one, and then you don't need to print. So that's it. So you will get this message one. This is like an update just to inform you that this particular item, like the standard cost, has been updated based on the new cost that was entered from the PO. So that will be for the serialized kit. So like let's say for example, all the kit that you have is a non-serialized item. So let me create, I've also created another, just like a test kit. Just name, I actually just name it as tests. So this one, this is not a serialized one. This is just like a normal kit. So as you can see, it's not serialized. And this is a dynamic non-exploding. So there are two, right? You can either select any of the two. So like, let's say you have this one or this one. So they are, as long as it's non-exploding. So let's add it on a PO, and let's also create a receiving report directly. So let's enter this queue. Okay, all right. So this one, when you click on disassemble, so it will automatically redirect you to this one. Unlike the serialized item, it will go to like, let's say for example, for the serialized item, you will be asked to select which serial number you wanted to disassemble. So this one, since this is a non-serialized item, it will go directly to the costing window, wherein you can select the item and then click on OK. So once you click on OK, the same thing for the non-serialized one we're in. It will show each kit item on the PO. It also show the main kit right here with a zero received quantity, and then with the amount, and then we just need to click on receive. All right, so I believe that should be all for my presentation. So before we proceed with the question and answer, I would just like to inform you guys that we have resources available, which includes the Help Center. And you can access it through windwardsoftware.com/help. We also have a customer care portal wherein you can search for our knowledge base, and you can submit and track support tickets, and you can access it through support.windwardsoftware.com. We also have a Windward Learning Academy wherein you can spin up new employees, and it's a lesson based. It has a lesson based topics, and you can access it through academy.windwardoncloud.com. We also have Windward Professional Services. So if you wanted to get guidance from one of our professional services specialists on an in-depth discussion with regard to a topic, like let's say for example inventory, accounting, assessment, or any other topics, you can go to onewordsoftware.com/professional dash services, or you can contact your account manager for a quote, or call at 1-800-663-5755. And we also have emergency support, wherein you can automatically create a ticket for emergency cases, which includes entire system down, you're unable to take payment, you cannot log in into System 5, and you're recovering from a power outage. So you just need to go to windwardsoftware.com/emergency, and there's a form in there wherein you can fill out, and then you can submit, And the next one is, as what Elmarie said earlier, we do have webinar archives, wherein you can sign up for future webinars, and you can also view the previously recorded events. And you can access it at windwardsoftware.com/webinars. So yeah, we can now proceed with the question and answer if you guys have any questions.
Thank you so much for that very informative presentation, Annabelle. So we're now open for questions that you guys might have. There's actually one question here. It said that he unfortunately missed the start of this webinar. Will I get a copy of the entire webinar afterwards? Thinking this might be a better option to review than to jump in now and be totally confused.
Yes, like you wanted a copy of the video of the webinar. We do have you have the option to do so because we have the webinar archives, right? So it will be all of the webinar videos will be saved in there, so you can just find a copy of the video afterward.
All right. Thank you for that. Any other questions?
I think I see in here why. I think is there a question why can we not disassemble a kit that is dynamic kit exploding? Right? Is that is that a question? Well, if it's exploding though, when you add it on a PO, it's already disassembled. So that's the reason why. Like when you add the dynamic kit exploding on a PO, it will explode, right? So it will you cannot actually you can see all the kit items already on the PO, so there is no need to disassemble that. So the purpose of the disassemble is for those that are like non-exploding, like you can like let's say static kit, wherein when you add it on the PO it's still just one like part, and if you wanted to disassemble is just to receive each kit items instead of the main one.
All right. Thank you for that. Hope that answers your question. There's another question here coming from Wendy. Um, she is asking how long until this webinar will be accessible through windwardsoftware.com/webinars.
Okay. After this though, this is recorded. So after this, it will be saved. So just wait for like a few minutes, like let's say 10 to 15 minutes, and then just go to the webinar archives and see if it's already available.
All right. And then we also have a question coming from Adrina. Um, she's asking if can you disassemble a kit that has been received already?
Yes, you can actually do that. Like let's say for example, let's just do that right. Aside from disassembling a kit from the PO, like let's say for example you receive a kit. Let's see, just what was it? Oh, I haven't created a static kit. Let's just create one real quick. If it's already been received though, there's an option to do so. You just need to go to the inventory item. Uh, just create a kit real quick. Let's see. Let me just okay. Let me just edit this one and let's make this a static one. Okay, so let's see. All right, so let's see, receive three. So once it has been received, you can disassemble it from the cost stock levels. So if we go to the right here, uh, so we have the stock, right? So you just need to right click on it and then you click on disassemble and then you will be redirected to the same costing window. So I hope that answers your question.
All right. We also have a question from Ricky. He's asking if can you remove a component?
That is only applicable for because there earlier there was like a remove, right? So that is only applicable for serialized ones. So non-serialized though, it's not possible to do so.
Mm, okay. Hope that answers your question, Ricky. Um, all right. So, a question coming from Catherine. Has there already been a webinar on how to make a kit?
Um, I'm not too sure, but we could actually take a look on you can check on our webinar archives though,
Mm,
and you can search for videos in there, but I believe there should be, but you can just search for kits. But if there is none though, and if you wanted assistance, you can just create a support ticket and anyone can assist you on that one.
all right. Okay. And then there's also a question coming from Kat. Do you have to disassemble during the receiving process, or can you disassemble after receipt?
The For static kits though, you have the option to disassemble after you receive it. So as what I've shown earlier, so when you go to the you just need to go to the cost stock levels and then disassemble. But for other type of kits, like let's say for dynamic kit, it's not you can actually do that from the receiving part because usually dynamic kit it doesn't have its own stock, right? So usually the items should be received on the kit items.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I hope that answers your question, Kat. Um, and oh, there's a follow-up coming from Gary. He said here, I think my questions may be easier if I get a call back.
Okay, all right. So what is the question about? Or I think we can create a ticket for that one though, and then we can take a look at what your issue is, and then we can check.
All right. Um, to get back with Gary's question, his question was, why can we not disassemble a kit that is a dynamic kit exploding on invoice? That was his question.
Okay. Well, exploding though, when a dynamic hit which explodes, um, when you type that in on the PO, one type of the dynamic kit, it already showed the kit items though. Like it kind of explode, right? So it's already disassembled. So there's there's no need to disassemble it when it was when the kit itself was already disassembled, because it's if it's exploding when you type in the kit item, it will just type in, or like what will enter, what the items will be shown on the PO are the kit items itself. Like let me show let me show you. Let me just this one. Let me okay, this is a static kit already. Let's see. Explode an invoice. So let's see this one. PO. Okay. So like if you type in the test kit, oh, did I change the type already? Mm, okay. Well, I did not change it. Let me just check real quick. Mm, okay. No, I know. That doesn't actually. Is it receiving? Oh, okay. We can actually disassemble it. I stand corrected for that. We can um disassemble it, the exploding one, as long as you actually explode it from the PO, not after you receive it. So the dynamic kit exploding, it is only possible from the same all dynamic kit. So you can only disassemble it when you receive it. So it's not possible afterward, because the dynamic kits doesn't have their own quantity. So the quantity is based on the kit items. Yes, you can disable it as well upon receiving.
All right. So, okay. So he was able to get the answer to his question.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Last question is coming from Kat. The cost of the individual parts will always be calculated, or is it something we need to adjust?
You have the option to adjust it though. Like let's say for example, I mean, what do you mean, like adjust, like every time, or because you have the option to manually enter the cost though if it's different. So
Okay. All right. I hope that answers Kat's question. Okay, so I think that's all for the questions. All right. So again, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone on the next webinar that will be on November 2 at 1 p.m. It will be about another interesting topic of GST remittance. For those of you who are interested, please feel free to join and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you again, everyone, for joining and have a great day. Bye.
bye everyone.